Build yourself, brick by brick. What's going on, everybody? As the board suggests, today's video is going to have something to do with squatting. One of my favorite exercises, actually. If I were to give it a grade, obviously 10 out of 10, you already know that. But it didn't always used to be. Squatting, for me back in the day, used to cause me a lot of pain, both physically and mentally, because I was using the wrong form for me. Not incorrect form. I tried to keep my form as correct as possible, but the form I was using was incorrect for me and my body type. What does that mean? We will get into that, but first, a message from our sponsors. I'm just kidding. We don't have any sponsors. But when people think of squatting, they think of it being a pure leg exercise, how strong are your legs, and all that, which is correct. But when it comes to squatting, a person's ability to squat successfully, a lot of that comes from above the waist, where the bar is placed on the back, where the grip is. And let's take a deeper look at that. So, grip, where your hands are in contact with the bar as it's on your back. My shoulders don't permit a narrow grip. I can't get back there. They don't work that way. They don't rotate that way, which is fine. But you could have a narrow grip or a wide grip. Being that I can't use narrow grip, I use wide grip. That's one parameter. Second parameter, bar placement. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Where the bar is placed on the lifter. At the base of the neck, we call that high bar. A little bit lower, towards kind of where the shoulder blades retract, kind of creates a little shelf back there. Low bar. High bar, low bar. As you're already starting to see, we can make different combinations of these guys, and we'll get into that. Last one I'm going to talk about, stance. And all that is how far apart your feet are as you're performing the lift. For lack of creativity, I'll borrow it from here. Narrow stance, wide stance. So, a lot of different combinations here. To be exact, 2 times 2 times 2. You have 8 possible different squatting forms if you just go with these parameters alone. And I know a lot of this is just letters on a board and now numbers and me talking, and you're like, I don't know how to go about all this. Good news for you, TMCC's budget has gone up. So we're going to be taking a field trip to a local gym, and we're going to try some of this stuff out. But not just any gym, Rub's gym. So hope you stick around and hope you learn something. Yeah, man. overachievers who want extra credit out there, why don't you give this 9th form a try? Tell me what you think. In conclusion, I could obviously rank these forms for me, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to tell you my worst one, which high bar, narrow stance, wide grip. High bar puts a little bit more pressure on the lower back, which is a no-go for me. The narrow stance coupled with the wide grip kind of makes me off balance. I'm trying to stabilize myself throughout the lift, which ultimately leads me to underperform in the lift. So for this one, for me in particular, not a good choice. The one I go with, my go-to when I'm lifting heavy weight, is low bar, wide. Low bar is good, takes a little pressure off the lower back. I'm able to puff out my chest, arch the back a little bit. Wide, I feel wide. So I feel like I'm grounded, I'm in control of the lift as I'm going, and it's good for me. But there's 8 total forms. I encourage you to experiment around with them, find the one that works best for you, and run with it. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, buddy.